guys, it's been a good weekend. Weather is finally kicking up into the 90s. Be sure to read this blog post. I'm going to talk a little bit about pump run times. But real quick, to summarize pump run times, you need to run the pump at least 1 hour per 10 degrees outside at the hottest part of the day. So if it's like 90 degrees, we need to run the pump for 9 hours. The hottest part of the day is typically in between 4 and 6 p.m. So the best thing to do is run your pump from like noon to 9 o'clock at night, because you want it circulating during the hottest part of the day. So there's little tips on pump run times right there. If you haven't upgraded your pump run time yet, you need to go ahead and do that, because it's going to start getting warm, and if you don't do it, you're going to have a higher chance of getting algae and other things like that. I haven't been out to the pool all weekend, so let's give it a look-see. So the pool looks pretty good still. Nice and clear and blue. This is the spa. No algae growth in the spa, which is usually where it starts. A lot of the time, nothing in the pool itself. The pool looks nice and clear. So real quick, I'm going to check on the water chemistry. Okay, so the pH is like 7.6, and the free chlorine is still like at 0.5. So I want to go check on that chlorine feeder real quick too. Show you this. 7.6, 7.4, 7.6 in between there. And then there is a slight hint of pink, so there's some free chlorine, just a little bit. Real quick, I'm gonna test for total chlorine and see if we have any combined chlorine right now. 3, 4, 5. You can see it starting to get darker. Looks like there's a little bit of combined chlorine in there right now. So I'm going to take some water back to the office and test it through that method. Okay, so again, I've only got water about up to here, which is good enough for probably like 2 tabs the most, maybe. I don't know if you can tell, but there's not a whole lot of water flowing out of this thing right now, even though it's all the way open. So not good. I'm gonna go ahead and add the Algicide 60 and the CV700 real quick, and then come mess with these chlorine tablets. Okay, CV700 need about 5 ounces per 10K, so 15,000 gallons need to do about 7 ounces. That ought to be good. Pour it right into the pool here. I'm gonna do it over here by this return. Now I need to add the Algicide in. I'm gonna do, it's 3 ounces per 10K, so I'm gonna do about 4.5 ounces or so. Here we go. It's 4. A little bit over. Go. Now with it warming up, I'm going to show you something. See this little tanning ledge over here? There's no return over there, so the water may not circulate over there as well as it should. So I'm going to put the Algicide over there. Because if I'm going to get algae growth, this is most likely the spot. Because pretty shallow, so it's going to warm up right here, and there's not a return anywhere, so there's not a whole lot of circulation in this area most likely. So here we go. Okay, I'm going to look and see what these chlorine tablets look like, so I'm going to put the pool into service mode real quick. Look at that. Still not a whole lot has dissolved. And it's because the thing is just not flowing right at all. I have to get these RPMs on the variable speed motor up so that we get more flow into this chlorinator. I mean, you can see by those pictures that I posted last Thursday, I mean, there's just not a whole lot of dissolving going on at all here. So we'll have to see about all that. So now I'm gonna put the pool back in auto. I'm gonna let this chlorinator fill up with water before I put the lid back on it. Get the pump going here. See, when the pump runs at higher RPM, look at that flow. And I'm gonna put the lid back on, and it's still gonna flow even better that way. I hope you can see. Look, see how the water is like, even with the lid on there, it's still got a good flow at the higher RPM. You can really see it coming. That's kind of how it should, you know, maintain. So I can maintain a proper amount of water in here to make sure that all my tabs are covered so that they're eroding properly. I'm going to keep an eye on that. So what I need to do now is pop the air release. And we're good to go. I'm going to take some water back to the office and test it. Be sure to read the blog again, because I'm doing a big thing on pump run times. And we'll see y'all on Thursday.